Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Happy Monday.
Monday.
May 9th.
Monday. I say that. May what?
May 9th.
I say ninth.
May 9th.
Wow. Ooh, there's a bird. Sorry. I get so distracted.
On the wall. Anyway, hey, we hope you're having a great Monday day
Yep,
after
I've got
Mother's
my
Day.
Super Mama mug that my daughter gave me.
That is so cool.
Yay.
And
I think it came from Spain. It did. Came from Spain.
You also had a knock on the door early this morning.
No, Cassidy sent me flowers this morning. Her little note said, "And you thought Mother's Day was over," and I'm like, "Oh, I did." So I'm having a second Mother's Day since Mark pointed out in the sermon that I did not get breakfast in bed yesterday.
So we may go out for breakfast after this. So
I know it's not really breakfast time anymore, but it's the day off.
Yes, it's. You remember when the
Today
kids?
Is hat
I was about to say, do you remember when the kids were in school?
Did you miss out on it? Hat day? It's hat day. Day after Mother's Day.
It's hat day.
Yeah.
So like when the kids were in school and they would have theme days like Hat Day and Spirit Day, and so today's Hat Day. You beat me to the point on that one.
Super Mama Hat Day.
Super Mama Hat.
Yeah.
Plant lady.
Did
Super Mama.
Plant lady. Ooh. Hey, Candy. Yes. You can see some of my beautiful plants back here. No, move your shoulder. Okay, so that one right there, it's going to bloom in about like probably 2 weeks, maybe-ish. Maybe a week. I'm never sure. But it has these beautiful, humongous blooms. Hello, puppy.
She was wanting to join. Yeah, she was sitting there looking at me like,
I don't think
why
she's
aren't you picking me up?
Be here very long. But.
So anyway, it was a good weekend. I hope you had a nice Mother's Day weekend. It was certainly a good time at church Sunday morning.
It was. There was donuts. I was happy because I forgot to eat breakfast since nobody brought it to me in bed. Sorry, I'm going to milk that one. I did forget to eat breakfast, though. I meant to grab something out the door, and I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot. But there were donut holes, so I ate those. And my amazing husband took me out to get some Thai food after. It was yummy.
Thai food was good.
Tom Kha soup, the best. Oh, so good. If anybody has a good recipe for that, I've tried to make it myself. It's never as good.
And it was, we oh, wow, James Pack from Israel.
Whoa.
Greetings.
Hey, James.
Hey, we missed you yesterday.
I just read about the olive trees on the Mount of Olives today. I did.
Where did you read this?
In a little devotional thing I read. Just how they're still there after 2,000 years. 2,000 years, and that their roots grow really deep. You have to prune them. It's painful sometimes, but we live in a broken world, and God uses our pain.
Oh, that's good. That's a good devotional.
It was really a good devotional.
Yeah. Well, I enjoyed spending some time thinking about Bartimaeus on Sunday.
Blind Bartimaeus, kind of like our puppy.
Bartimaeus, the blind beggar, son of Timaeus. It's an interesting introduction.
She's doing a good job with this blind thing. He was the only one that had a name.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Out of all the people that Jesus healed, he's the only one that was named.
In every gospel book, there's no. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I did not know that.
And so, and again, as I said in the sermon, most people think that he has a name because when Mark wrote the gospel, people would have known him, that he would be familiar to people.
Ooh.
And so that either means, he doesn't show up in the book of Acts, but either it means that he was significant in the growth of the church or that he was just still involved with the community there. Yeah. But being in Rome, that would be a little interesting. But anyway, it's, it was just, honestly, when I first kind of looked at it, I was like, this is going to be interesting to preach because it's just kind of straightforward. But then you start looking at how aware he was of his need and how much insight he had about who Jesus is. I thought there was just a lot of truth.
You just yelled out there, belted it out. Jesus, son of David, help. So many times we get embarrassed. It's like to ask for help. We don't like to ask for help. Ayuda, Spanish for help.
Oh,
I know that word.
Very good.
I'm learning very, very slowly, but I'm learning. The things I'm learning are sticking.
And what an interesting thing that it was the people walking with Jesus that were saying, no, be quiet, sit down, be quiet, stop yelling. And then Jesus says, call him.
The one it's like, no, I want to help this guy. He's yelling out for help, and Jesus
stopped.
He stops and helps. And, Jesus sees us. He sees every need we have. You know, God is, I love that verse. It says he's intimately acquainted with all of our ways. I mean, if you think about that, every single person in the entire world, God the God of the universe who created everything is intimately acquainted with all of our ways, like everything. And if you like live your life thinking that, it helps you make right decisions, just because, you know, you do things differently when you think someone's watching. And if God is always watching. Anyway, that wasn't my point. But my point was that God loves us that much. And he knows all of our needs, and he wants us to cry out to help for him. You know, I don't know. Some of you guys that, you know, with Mother's Day, some of you guys that have kids, it's like, sometimes you just watch your kids struggling and you're like, even adult kids, you're like, ask for help. I know. Ask me. I know the answer. But, you know, with little kids, sometimes, you know, they want to try and they're like, no, I don't need help. And, you know, with adults, sometimes, I mean, there are things that I could ask older, wiser people or younger, wiser people. Honestly, I learn a lot from my kids. But sometimes we're unwilling to ask for help. And, you know, we need to be willing to ask for help from God and from others in the body of Christ, because God uses others in our lives too. So I don't know, just deep thoughts from Jill this morning.
That's interesting though, how sometimes, I mean, and sometimes we do learn just by trying and doing and trying and failing, but
and that's necessary.
But it is interesting how sometimes that does carry over to our walk with the Lord. And it's like, no, I don't want to ask for help right now because I got this. I can figure it out. Like, I can make it happen.
I don't need you. But it's like,
and yeah, we do.
We do.
And when Jesus says, you know, without me, you can do nothing. That's truth. That's truth.
Because we think we can, but everything we do is enabled by God and by God's strength. He's traveling with a broken elbow. James Pack. Sorry, we're getting into this other conversation.
Oh, that is true.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I've got to ask: is it tomorrow yet in Israel? Is it after midnight? It's.
I don't know the time.
It could be Tuesday there in.
For those of you that couldn't see the comments, Jay was saying, you know, he has a broken elbow and it's hard to ask for help. Again, yes, I totally.
Yeah, but and the thought that, you know, here's this guy asking for help, and I love that little detail. Jesus stopped. I don't know, that just kind of grabbed my attention as I worked through this passage this week. Again, just this big crowd of going. And remember, Jesus was kind of in the previous passage. Jesus was in front leading the way, and then suddenly he just stops.
You see throughout the Gospels that Jesus had a purpose and a plan. And sometimes he's like, you know, no, that's not what God's called me to. You know, my Father has called me to do this, and this is what I'm doing. Sometimes he, you know, left places that people wanted to see him, and he's like, no, I need to keep going and do what the Father has told me. But the fact that he stopped, I mean, that's what he took the time. He didn't, you know, he had a purpose, but he also heard the cry for help.
And, you know, I think I'm going to spin this in kind of a different way.
Spinny chair.
You have the spinny chair. I don't have the spinny chair.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway, you know, one opportunity where, you know, for help and where people need help is going to be working with our teenagers in the next season. We announced on Sunday and just celebrated with Jacob and Janessa that the Lord's calling them to a full-time position in Moore Park. And actually tonight we're getting together with our youth leadership team.
There's a great team of
but there will be opportunities to step up and to help and to get involved, because this is really, you know, the kids ministry. I mean, I hate to rank ministries in order of importance, but kids ministry and student ministries are some of the highest priorities in our church.
Well, because I mean, we want to pour into the lives of those below us, you know, not below, but, you know,
younger than us.
Younger than us.
And so,
and I love teenagers, so we can do sleepovers at my house. Or game nights. Either way.
I'm going to put her down.
Yeah, I don't think she wants to be here anymore.
Oh, there we go.
She has reached her
tolerance level. Okay. Well, anyway, we just wanted to say a quick hello. And remember, the next 2 Sundays are Mission Sundays. So Steve Larson will be here this coming Sunday. And then and also Patty Larson, his sister-in-law.
Will his wife be there? You keep saying Steve and Patty.
Well, I don't know.
We don't know.
I would like.
He does have an amazing.
Yes,
wife.
Connie, I think will be there, but I haven't heard. But Patty is going to be speaking. She's going to get up and speak. So they will be here this Sunday. The following Sunday is a combined service where Mark Aspinwall will be speaking. We will have some time to celebrate Jacob and Janessa.
And say goodbye. But they're not leaving like
Alana
far,
and
far
Rosalina.
Away. So Yes.
And then the
Alana
international.
gave me such a good hug yesterday.
Oh,
that
we love Alana.
Melted my heart. I was feeling lonely, and she came up and gave me a hug, and I'm like, oh, she made me cry.
We love Alana.
We do.
And Rosalina.
Shout out to Alana. Well, yeah, but Rosalina can't quite.
Can't
if she could, I'm sure she would have hugged me. I got a nice hug from Janessa too, because I love Janessa. Okay, anyway, but yes.
And then I'm saying after that is the International Food Fair. So we're so excited about that. We're going to have tacos from Ruben. Going to get his name right. Tacos from Ruben.
Yeah.
I only got his name wrong once, but I'll never live it down.
Yeah,
I'll never live that down. He won't let me.
Amazing tacos.
Oh, yes.
So excited.
So we'll have tacos.
And I'm so excited to like eat all the other food. It's so fun because like a lot of our congregation that has like different ethnic backgrounds, they'll dress up in different things from their stuff, and they make the food. So good. It is so good. Yeah. So that's coming up on the 22nd. So many good things to look forward to. Yeah. So anyway, we hope you have a great day after Mother's Day. I shouted out to two of my kids. Logan was amazing too. He gave me a phone call, and he's going to come visit on Thursday. So I just get this prolonged Mother's Day. So Mother's Week. And then you go visit our daughter in Chicago. Fly to Chicago to hang out with Miranda for a bit more. So that'll be fun. Mother's Day. I'm a world traveler now, apparently. It's a Mother's Day week and a half. I know. I'm like, so much. I usually like, you know me, you know that I kind of like to stay home and isolate. So this is fun. Actually. But if you travel with a broken elbow, ask for help. That's the point. All right. Hey, everyone, have a great day today. We'll see you later in the week. Yep. Have an awesome Monday. Be praying for God to just continue to be at work in the Bridge Church and in a special way for our teenagers this week. Let's keep lifting them up in prayer. Yeah. All right. Hey, have a great day, everybody. Love you all. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.